going out there and going against each other, and hopefully the team that will win will not make those mistakes.
Well, you come into any game with a game plan, but our plan is to go out there and see what the defense is doing, see what kind of adjustments that they're making, and anything goes. I mean, this is a playoff game. We're not going to hold anything back. You'll see just about everything that I think a person could see in the course of a year today on this field. We're going to unload as much as we can offensively, and defensively just try to keep pursuing and play attacking defense.
I'll tell you last night.
The final standings of all the points through the whole year, West Iron beat Iron Mountain by 1 point. That allowed them to host the second game. They won last night, which they did. So, should be interesting to see which one this afternoon.
down and 8 from the Norway 24-yard line for Iron Mountain. Wide receiver this time goes to the left side. Pucci from the 24 gets the snap. Hand off to Watts, hits to the 20. Bounces off people down near the 17-yard line. He carried 4 Norway defenders for a couple of extra yards before John Belair finally finished the job. But a great gain by Watts after being hit only about 3 yards after the line of scrimmage. Well, that separates the good backs from the not-so-good backs.
The Knights really stuck him right at the line, too, and there's that second effort again. After the first initial hit, he picks up good yardage.
3rd down and 2 from the Norway 17-yard line, and the time of possession starting to come into play here. Kellum wide to the left side. Pucci has it from the 17, and whistles and flags all over the place. And the Mountaineers may be guilty of another infraction. And the official says, procedure against Iron Mountain. Watts 4 carries, 23 yards in the early going. So we have 3rd down and 7 on the Norway 23-yard line. This time Kellum is wide to the right side. Wing is on the left. From the 23, Pucci with a snap. Inside handoff, Ellis has some room to the 20, 15, stumbles down the 11-yard line. And he'll have a first down as he was finally brought down by Chad Beauchamp. But James Ellis gets his number called, and he gains it down to around the 11. And it'll be 1st and 10 from there.
13-yard gain.
And the 4th first down of the opening quarter. So from the Norway 11, the Mountaineers in business. With a 1st down and 10, they can, of course, get a first down without getting into the end zone. But they got plenty of opportunities. Kellum wide to the left side. Ellis is a wingman on the right.
Rosado in the game now.
Along with Watts in the backfield. From the 11-yard line, Pucci with a snap. Handoff right side, Watts. Trying to turn the corner, does. To the 5, he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. Logan Watts gets into the pay station for the touchdown, and the Mountaineers draw first blood in the ball game. That touchdown brought to you by Claire Woolman. You tired of losing money in the falling stock market?
Look for some blue jackets here this afternoon. They'll probably sprinkle up somewhere.
So the Mountaineers keep the ball for several minutes and get into the end zone. And now George Stone will try to tack on the extra point. Ball is down, the kick is up, it's on the way, and the kick is good. It was 2 seconds on Frog Country Radio Sports.
Plays the 6 for Norway, 78 yards in this quarter, Norway just 11. And during this in-between kicks, you can see Coach Grayville talking to the team. He was not happy. This team can play a lot better at this stage.
And I think this becomes a big psychological drive for Norway, because if you let Iron Mountain get up by a couple of scores, some of those old ghosts may start to resurface.
Well, it was big for Iron Mountain to score first. If Norway would have scored first, it would have been so much harder, I think, for Iron Mountain to come back and score one right away.
So George Stone will kick it off. Mendina back to get the kick, along with Beauchamp. Stone approaches. It's a high-end overhand kick. Mendina waits for it to come down at his own 10. Runs to the right side to the 15. Cuts back to the left. He's up to the 20. Spins 25. 30 down to the 31-yard line. Matt Gerard made the stop on the special teams, but the Knights get good field position. 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Not many ball players can draw the excitement as soon as he touches the ball than number 1, Mendina. Because, you know, anytime, once he touches it, things could happen.
And that's the frustrating thing for a defense. You can stop him 8 or 9 out of 10 times, but the one time you don't, he'll break his 70-yarder and break your back. From their own 31, 1st and 10 for the Knights. Wide outs to both sides. Simpkins gets a snap. Hand off over the middle. Ball carrier this time is Alex Geiger. He'll head up to around the 34 for a gain of about 2 or 3 yards.
Second, the Mountaineers stick in there, and then they're going to try to open it up somewhere on either side. I think Coach Grayville may have something coming up.
Yeah, I was thinking of Gino Marchetti with the Mountaineers. You know, he's one of those guys, you'll stop him several plays and get fired up. Boy, the one time you miss.
That's it.
He burns you, and then all of a sudden your defense is deflated.
And Medina is just like that.
Absolutely. Wide receivers to both sides. Now the backfield is split as they seem a bit confused.
Allen seems a little confused as to where he's doing.
From the 34-yard line, 2nd and 7, back to pass Simpkins. Flag down, pass over the middle, incomplete for Beauchamp. Out near the 45-yard line, but a flag came down. And the Knights were give him an extra down, or do you take the... I decline the penalty.
Then you have 3rd and 8.
I got to decline it.
It was good sportsmanship, too. Beauchamp going over the middle for that pass. He missed it. It was low. Lundy was there. He went on top of him. They rolled over each other. Beauchamp got up and helped Lundy back up.
Oh, yeah.
That's good sportsmanship.
You like to see that.
And you know how tense these players are, but to show that, that's good to see.
7-0 Iron Mountain, 2:53 to go in the first quarter. Knights have 3rd down and 8. They did decline the penalty, by the way. 3rd down and 8 from their own 34-yard line. Wide outs to both sides. Allen in motion to the left. Simpkins with a snap. Draw play to Mendina. He'll break a tackle 35, 40, 45. Spins up to the 47-yard line. And a first down before being wrapped up finally by Matt Gerard. But a first down, the initial one of the ball game for the Norway Knights, gets it out to their 47-yard line.
But had the Mountaineers charging that time, and a good call by Coach Graybold and the staff to get that drop play and let everybody go by it. Medina had a lot of running room.
Out to their own 47-yard line. The Knights with the first and 10, down 7-0. Wideouts to both sides. Kramer to the near side, Beauchamp to the far side. From the 47 with a man in motion. Simpkins, long count, gets the snap. Back to pass. Allen out of the backfield. Gets it out to the midfield stripe. Breaks the tackle to 45, down to the 44-yard line. Finally, Alex Lundy made the wrap up for the Mountaineers, but a gain of about 8. It'll be second and short just inside the Mountaineer 45-yard line.
Again, you're trying to flare them out and get that one-on-one coverage where there's a lot of room to operate, and that time it was a good pass as Simpkins did lead the receiver right on the money and picking up some good yardage.
It seems like that play to Mendina maybe woke up the Knights a little bit. They seem a little more spring in the step like now. From the Mountaineer 44, it'll be second down and 2. Again, wideouts to both sides. Allen in motion to the right. Handoff this time goes to Mendina, trying to cut back over the middle. Ran into Ellis at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there was Watts, too, right in the bottom.
Watts and Ellis right there formed a human wall. No room there. In fact, maybe a loss.
Yeah.
Back to the 45-yard line. It'll set up third down and 3. It's tough sledding between the tackles right now for the Knights. And Kramer's really yet to be heard from. He's kind of hanging out there in the wings just in case.
Well, look, I wonder why. There's two guys right on him.
They have the teams on him. Again, Kramer goes wide to the far side. Beauchamp to the near side. From the Mountaineer 45, it's third down and 3. Simpkins with a snap. Back to pass. Under rush. He's hit by Luke, and it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage by Matt Nord. Nobody got a hold of Derek Luke. He came in from the defensive end and hit Simpkins just as he let go of the ball.
See, that time they showed again the double coverage on Kramer, and they came off of that just before the snap, and the other guy came and started rushing, and Simpkins did not see him covered. So they're trying to confuse Simpkins as much as possible. They show him some different looks. If you see a double coverage on Kramer, you're going to go somewhere else, and all of a sudden you take off the double coverage, he comes in as an extra rusher, and nobody picks him up.
The Knights take a timeout. Brad Graybold is yelling at somebody. I don't know if it's the official or what. He's not happy about something. As it is, it'll be a fourth down call when we come back. 1 minute to 3 from the Iron Mountain 45-yard line. Simpkins is going to drop back to kick it away, which I think is the prudent move here.
But I'd watch it.
Yep. You can never be too sure. Good snap to Simpkins. He'll kick it away. Kelm is back to get it. Near the 15, he gets it. Up the near side. Taken down by Mendina at the 20-yard line. Good open field tackle by Tony Mendina. And the Mountaineers will get it. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line, leading 7-0.
As you near the end of the first quarter, the Mountaineers with 78 total yards and Norway with 33. 5 first downs for Iron Mountain and just 1 for Norway.
The Mountaineers have really prepared for this ball game, not just in the normal way, but they have done some different things, I think.
Well, you have to
give some different looks.
Against a team like Norway that has so many offensive weapons and ways to strike, you got to prepare extra hard and long hours just to try to compensate there.
And they see ready. Kelm goes wide to the far side from their own 21st and 10. Mike Bucci gets the snap on first down. Hand off over the middle. Ball carrier Osland gets to the 22-yard line. Then Anthony Jenvik wraps him up for a gain of a couple. Second and 8. Out near the 22-yard line.
And again, they almost jumped offside.
The Norway defense is trying to get a little extra half of a count. Sometimes you get away with it, sometimes you don't. Under a minute to go in the first. Mountaineers lead at 7-0. Second down and 8 for the black and gold on their own 22-yard line. Working it right to left in the opening quarter. This time Ellis and Kelm go wide to the near side. Now Ellis moves to a wing spot. Watts the lone running back from the 22-yard line. Bucci waiting, gets the snap. Hand off to Watts, hits the middle of the line. Breaks the tackle to the 25-yard line. Hit initially by Matt Johnson, then his buddies had to help cover it up. After Johnson got bounced off at the line of scrimmage, Alex LaRue finally made the stop at the 25-yard line. It'll be third down and 5. Mountaineers at their own 25 with 15 seconds to go in the quarter. The Mountaineers may be able to get one more play off here, but I don't think so.
They see 25-yard line. As Kelm comes to the near right side, he'll be guarded one-on-one with Kramer from the I formation. Third and 5. Pucci with the long count trying to get the Knights to jump offside. They give to Watts off tackle. Can't go nowhere, and he was stuffed right there. Good penetration by the right that time. Anthony Jedvik raking through the stop Watts for no gain. And that brings up fourth down. In the opening quarter, Watts 6 carries for 36 yards to lead Iron Mountain. 83 yards to 33 yards after 1.
And I think the Mountaineers know it's going to take more than 7 points to win this ball game.
Oh, I think so.
In all likelihood, 7 points isn't going to get it done.
Stone will punt. Kramer, Medina back. This nice spiral away from Kramer. Takes a Norway bounce at the 45, and Kramer picks it up. Nobody was there. Good alert play by Kramer as he brings it up about 10 yards. Pushed out of bounds by Lundy and Ellis. So the Knights will have good position to start this drive as we start the second quarter. You know, through the comes to the near left. Wide side of the field to the right side. Simpkins checks over the Mountaineer defense. Long count. Drops back a 3-step. Has time. Tipped by Ellis. Intercepted by Ellis. Dives at the 48. They were looking for Beauchamp at the 45-yard line. Simpkins took a 3-step drop. Tried to come to the near side in front of the Knight bench. It was tipped by Ellis. He in turn dove and picked it off for the interception at the 48-yard line. A good play by Ellis.
I got to believe Jake Simpkins is getting a look at some things he didn't get a look at last week.
It looks like every formation they come out and there's something different defensively. And you got to do that against a guy like Simpkins with the Army has and the receivers that he can go to. You have to have something different.
And the way he was talking to Brad Grable, it's almost like, what's going on? You know, it's almost like we didn't see this before.
Kelm wide to the left side, covered by Medina. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Pucci has the snap straight back, has some time. He's looking for Kelm. Throws it long. It's a wobbly pass. It's tipped by Medina at the 30. Good defensive play as both were going after the ball. There's a good battle right there. Two outstanding ball players. Medina making the all-dream team at running back, and Kelm making the first team ABC at receiver. Got some good athletes there. They'll see each other in just a few weeks down the road on the basketball floor.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll be a good battle, too.
Oh, yeah. You look at this Norway Knight team. If everybody stays healthy off the football season, they're going to be loaded for bear.
You betcha. And it was a good move by Pucci to throw to his left instead to his right, because that Matt Stork is over there on the left side.
Yeah, you got to know where Henryon is. If you keep throwing his way, he keeps knocking him down.
2nd and 10 from the 48. Long count by Pucci. Second man also trying to get outside, has some room. He's at midfield, puts a move on Medina, trips him up, and second effort gets to about the 46 or 7. Nice open field tackle that time by Medina. It could have been more than what it showed, but Medina did a nice job coming up from his defensive backfield position to pick up about 6 yards.
I think it was Zishbeming playing Norway. Kept throwing the ball at Henryon's spot. He must have knocked down half a dozen of them.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah, it's like
It's just a waste.
I think you got to know where Big 83 is and maybe throw the other way.
Well, it's good to be persistent about it, but there comes a time
There comes a time where you got to give it up.
3rd down and 5 from the 47 of Norway. Big call for the Mountaineers. Knights digging in. They like to run. Watts has some running room, gets the first down and then some. He's at the 35-30. One guy to beat. To the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Iron Mountain. There's no flags. A 47-yard run by Logan Watts puts the Mountaineers out of quarter. Stone to try the extra point. Lundy to hold. 10:20 to go here in the second. Waiting for the snap. This time it's good. It's up and it's blocked. Nice play by Beauchamp, breaking through to knock it away. So the extra point fails, so with 10:20 to go here in the first half, it's Iron Mountain 13. Norway not
A lot like this game here. There's no secrets between Norway and Iron Mountain for the most part. Certainly between Hofer and Hofer, there's not going to be. You know what you're going to get.
You just got to produce on the field.
Yep, it's execution. And right now, very frankly, Iron Mountain's by far executing Norway. By far out executing Norway.
Stone will do the kicking. The Knights got to get going here. You don't want to be down any more than this. The kick by Stone, a line drive away from Beauchamp to 10, and he'll let it roll and picks it up at about the 7. Comes down the far side. Good run by Beauchamp down the sidelines, and he's still on his feet and dives across the 40 to the 45. A nice effort by Beauchamp. A not so good effort by the Mountaineers. They might probably let up a little bit, thinking that Beauchamp maybe will let it go or just pick it up and get as much as he can, but a nice effort by Beauchamp to bring it up the field. He's waving to the sidelines as he's coming off the field. They'll put it down at the 43-yard line. Looks like he got nailed in the stomach.
You know, this is a critical possession. This might be the possession of the ball game right here.
They need to come down and make a statement right here.
Otherwise, they could get run.
Geiger back in the ball game now, replacing Beauchamp. Simpkins from the 43. There's a toss to Mendina. Trying to get outside. He's going nowhere. Luke came across and forced him to go inside where the help of the Mountaineers was there. Leading the charge was Summers. Luke from his right side, be it linebacker or defensive end, he took the hit and forced Mendina to go back inside where there was no running room. And Tony loses a couple of yards. Second down and 12 from the 41-yard line. I think they're playing so much of the run right now, they're just going to force Simpkins to throw that ball up there. And again, they're going to show double coverage to the near side on Kramer. Let's see if they change off on that. They're staying with double coverage. Allen goes in motion. Simpkins on a draw to Mendina. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. Gerard hits him at the 45, and then a host of Mountaineers put him back. Rosado
Sitting back and waiting for that one big play. It may not come. You're going to have to grind down some first downs to keep the ball here.
And this is a much-needed first down. They only have one in the ball game. They gotta get it. They showed double coverage. Now they go out of it. Gerard sneaking up on the line. Man goes in motion. Simpkins in trouble. Luke chases him down. He throws it up over the head of Allen. And again, no one was open. And Simpkins really does not have the time in defense of Jake. He's looking for someone, but there's just not a lot of time to find somebody. And that brings up fourth down.
Well, I got to believe the Mountaineers, like we said before, are giving some real different looks.
And it's different on every play.
It is. And you've got to credit the Mountaineers coaching staff. They have devised to this point an outstanding game plan, which seems to have Norway, if not confused, certainly off balance right now.
At least for now. Just think how many hours they probably went and look at that game film.
Well, I'll tell you what, Norway better keep it at 13. Maybe sneak a touchdown on the board before halftime, because halftime's adjustment time.
Simpkins will punt it away. Nice spiral. Oslin gets it, trying to get outside, reverses, goes to the 20, trying to get outside down the sidelines. He's at the 30, tripped up at the 34-yard line. Ebling up it to make the tackle for the Knights. So the Mountaineers will get it first and 10. Where's for you?
Oh, this. Here we go.
Oh, okay. We'll give you those in a second. From the 34, first and 10. Watts up the middle, has the hole, 40, 45, one guy trips him up. Mendina got him by the shoot top and tripped him up at the 45-yard line, or else it could have been another 6.
Oh, easy.
There's a gain of 13 for Watts and another first down. Boy, surprisingly, they're working the inside of Norway's defense, and that's where it's tough to run on, and kind of a surprise there.
Yeah, Whitmore Prescott is a traditional power. They get down the long ways.
From the 47 for the Mountaineers, first and 10. Osborne off the right side, up the middle, has a hole again, 45, close to the first down. It went off tackle. There was no hole there, so he reversed back over the middle and picked up almost 10 yards. So they're going to give him, I think, 9. Second and 1 into Norway Knight territory at the 43-yard line.
You know, the Mountaineer line a little bit healthier today than they were. You truly can throw them away because it's another game. What you did during the year means nothing now. You play, you keep on going. If you win, you lose, you're done.
Second and inches. Up the middle it goes. The first down at the 40-yard line. Just straight ahead blocking that time. As Watts picks up the... That's been it. And Kramer, I don't know if he touched the ball yet. First and 10 from the 40. Receivers to the right side. Pucci gets the snap. Watts off the left side. He's first hit at the line, but falls forward for a couple before being pushed back. Second effort gets him a couple of yards as John Belair in on the tackle for to either Watts or Osland.
And again, what they're doing, though, is they're keeping the ball away from Norway. Here's a couple more first downs. More time off the clock.
Second and 8 from the 38 of Norway. Kelm wide to the left side, slot left. Knights almost jump again, long count. Sweep to the left side is Osland. He's caught behind the line for a loss of a yard. Good penetration that time, and breaking through was Cole Thorson to disrupt the play for a loss of 1. That time they were able to get across the line of scrimmage. Who knows? It's a new season, like you said. They may go to him also. Luke is lining up tight on the right side. Rosado wing right, and Kelm to the left. Back split on a 3rd and 9. Knight showing blitz. Watts up the middle, finds some room, 35. Puts the move on, ankle tackle near the 30-yard line. As Kramer comes up to make the stop, he might be a little short. He'll have at least...
They've been completely... Every weapon they have has been taken out of the ballgame. But how long can you do that?
They need that 12 point.
Pressure will be to continue to be able to do that and not miss 1 or 2 times and let them break those 1 or 2 big plays.
Inches to go, 4th down. Pucci has it. Second man Watts. He gets the first down. He powers and spins across the 30 to the 29-yard line as it's stacked up. Ebling was there. And a host of Knights just bottling up, but not before Watts gets the first down. Boshaw was there. Larson.
Interesting. They need to play defensively from Norway's perspective to try to turn things around.
5:35 to go in the half. Mountaineers have it 1st and 10 from the Norway 30-yard line. And a flag being thrown, and that's going to be a delay of game, taking a little bit too much time.
Well, there's no need for that.
Nope.
That shouldn't happen.
Well, they made some switches after that run for the first down, and by the time they were able to get back to the huddle and get the play, they just ran out of time. So it's now 1st and 15 back at the Norway 30.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, they got it, huh?
Well, they must have had only 10 guys in there.
You never know. 1st and 15 from the 35. Quick count, inside handoff to Ellis. Turns it back over the middle, 30, 25. Rolls to about the 22-yard line. Ebling to make the stop, and again, that's one of their bread and butter plays. And to do it against the Norway team, got to be tough because they're so strong defensively. With their charge, you got to hold your blocks a little bit longer because you got to fake the run, and then you got to come back with a delay. And twice they've run it, and twice they've picked up some good yardage. From the 23-yard line, Kelm wide to the left side. Rosado, wing right. Second man up the middle. Spin is Oslin. Spins to the 21-yard line. Hit down by Johnson. And the Mountaineers, let's see, they'll put it back at around the 21 and brings up a 3rd down and 1. And again, time continues to move with 4:38 to go here in the first half.
And they've had the ball since, what, about the 8-minute mark? 8.5-minute mark. So they've kept the ball a good 4 to 4.5 minutes on this drive.
This time Ellis goes out. And 2 more come in.
It was funny.
I can't figure that out.
2 came out, 1 came in. They had 11, so maybe that penalty wasn't a bad thing.
I was never that real good in math, but you can figure that out a little bit.
They must have had the wrong number out there.
I don't know. 3rd and 1. Pucci with the long count. Watts off the right side tackle, gets the first down. Henry on being dragged a couple of yards as he moves across the 22 near the 18-yard line. Boshaw and Henry on tackle.
You know, they haven't had that one big play per se. A lot of good little plays. Just move the chains.
At the 18-yard line of Norway, 1st and 10. Kelm comes to the near right side. Wide side of the field to their left as Pucci brings them up. Backs are split with Oslin and Watts. Pucci gets it. Oslin up the middle. Tough going there. Maybe a yard, and that's about it. Stacked up pretty nice that time. And not a name we called a lot, Alex LaRue, all-dream team linebacker. Selected around the UP. That time he stopped them for maybe a yard. Well, he's been on a lot of plays this year. Well-deserved honor for LaRue.
Now, I'll tell you, from the Norway perspective, you know, you look at the Watts and people like that are making big plays for Iron Mountain. Norway's big play people, this is where you got to step up. This is where you got to turn in the big plays.
2nd and 9 from the 17-yard line. Pucci trying to get the Knights to jump offside, and it looks like they did. Again, Pucci doing a little hesitation off the count, and the Knights are getting a little jittery up there. They got to watch that ball. I know it's easier said than done, but it's awfully tough when you try to anticipate.
And a few choice words when he got to the bench.
Kramer will guard Kelm on the right side. 2nd and 4 from the 12-yard line of Norway. Watts off tackle, turns it over the middle. Fights for about a yard or two, and that's it. There was LaRue again. And last to get up was Cole Thorson. Gain of a couple for Watts. 3rd down and 2 at the 10-yard line of Norway. A lot of carries for Watts in the ball game. He started off slow. Right now, 15 carries for 86 yards and a touchdown.
I figured before the game he'd see it 30 to 35 times. Just for the ball control that you're seeing now.
Well, for the first, 5-6 plays, they didn't even look to him. 3rd down and 2 from the Norway 10-yard line. Back
nice
split
in the hole.
Back split with Oslin and Watts. Pucci has it. Again, a flag being thrown in the backfield. Might have been a little motion called on either Watts or Oslin. Now they'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. They're in field goal range. They do have the wind at their face.
This is not like a 6-minute drive.
The rushing plays only rushed 7 times, and that is it.
Very few plays, almost like last night's game.
And they've passed 8 times. 3rd down and 7 from the 15-yard line. Knights creeping up on the ball. Pucci to pass, being rushed out of the pocket. He looks down the field, looks in the end zone. Watts gets the flag called in the end zone. I think he got a push that time on Larson.
Yeah.
As they were battling to get free, and I think Watts got behind Larson and gave him a little push.
Yeah, I think Logan's going to get called for this one.
Pucci trying to throw it behind the grain, so to speak. And they spotted a one-on-one coverage with Watts and Larson doing a heck of a job in the end zone. And Watts was hoping maybe a little shove and nobody will see it. Well, the official was right there.
A little shove might have. That was a big shove.
That was a big push.
A little one, man, he might have got away with it.
Well, Larson's 200 pounds. You got to give him more than a little push, you know? A big shove, huh?
That's it. That was even I could have called that one, and I'm not a referee.
So at the penalty,
That's a costly penalty.
they'll be marched all the way back to the 30-yard line. Now you want to get some yardage back and maybe get a chance to get a field goal. And the Knights are going to hope to stop them right here. Kelm comes in with the play. 3rd and 22. From the 30-yard line, they have to get to the 8 for a first down.
And even if they don't score here and Norway gets the ball back, even if Norway doesn't score, you're keeping it 13-0, and it keeps you in the ball game, and you leave the field at least feeling a little bit better with a good defensive stand at the end.
Well, the officials here this afternoon are from Houghton.
Lost him down on the play, too, by the way. Forgot about that.
All right, now it's 4th down. So that changes everything. Well, I'm sure they're not going to punt, so they'll still go for it. I'm glad they didn't bring the snow with them from Houghton.
That's right. We had enough of that last night.
That's it. On 4th down, the Knights will dig in defensively. One setback is Watts in a double wing situation. They give to Watts. Here's the reverse to Kelm. Kelm breaks one tackle, gets the block. There's a flag being thrown and tripped up nicely that time by Allen at the 35-yard line.
Boy, the flags all over the place.
Well, there was a delay flag. The head official was right there. He didn't go to the pocket, and all of a sudden he saw the other flag being thrown, and then he threw the flag.
Now, do you have 2 calls or different timings on the same call? I think you've got a clip out here. Now, what did you have over there? Do we have 2 calls here or different timings on one?
Well, there was a loss of 7 as Kelm. A clip.
There's the clip. Must be different timings of the same call.
Well, they'll decline it as Kelm loses about 7 yards on the carry.
Oh, absolutely.
Clip is the call, and that's decline, and the Knights will get it. So give minus 7 yards to Kelm, and the Knights will have the ball with 1:19 to go. Now we may see something in the air.
That's what I think the fans are still kind of hanging their head on. That
Now you see Gerard and Kelm double teaming Kramer. Now will Gerard sneak up like he's doing right now? He changes positions, and you got single coverage. Medina goes in motion. Snap back to Jenkins. Simpkins throws it up, and it's tipped. Double coverage down the field at the 30 or the 45-yard line. As the Mountaineers collided at the 45, Gerard
have the halftime to collate all the information he's gotten and try to find a way to find the read that's the most open.
Now Flaminio
I
is
think
being
he got
told
shaken up a touch.
being told by the official to go off the field for one play. So Osland will come into the ballgame. 2nd down and 10 with 1:15 to go.
I like the idea of throwing the ball to Medina. Get the ball in his hands as many times as you can.
From the shotgun formation, Medina goes in motion again. Simpkins gets the snap. Rushes on. Throwing to the near side. It's caught by Kramer at midfield. Stumbles to the 45-yard line. 13, 18, 19 yards off the pass and the first down. Now that ought to be thrown right on the money. 1:10 to go. 1st and 10. Beauchamp wide to the right side. Now they show double coverage on Kramer to the near side. Man goes in motion as Allen. There's the draw Medina. That's been their big play all day. Medina speed, trying to get outside. Does. Turns the corner and stopped for a gain of only a couple. Watts coming up to make the play. Boy, Flaminio had him in his sights, but Medina just turned a different burst of speed to get around him. And then Watts in open field making the tackle after a gain of his from both sides that bulked up from last year.
Oh, yes. I'm surprised they haven't maybe looked for Henry out over the middle, seeing as how they're taking the wings out. You might get a tight end pass up the middle.
2nd and 8 from the 43-yard line. This time Kramer goes in motion. Again from the shotgun. Simpkins back. They set it up. And Medina was thrown a little bit to the side, and he couldn't catch it at the 45-yard line. He had some room to the near side. Said he'll leave nothing in the office. He's bringing everything this afternoon.
That's a good thing, too.
3rd and 8 from the 43-yard line. Kramer again goes in motion, waiting for the snap. Simpkins has it at midfield. Drills it up. It's caught. Close to a first down. Gerard tried the time to hit on Allen. He made the nice catch at the 45-yard line. He had to get just across the 45 close enough for a first down. Boy, he just gets it.
Yeah.
Just gets the first down. So the Knights with a couple of first downs here on this drive. Keep the hopes alive with 51 seconds to go. And the Knights have done a nice job not taking a lot of time off the clock. Obviously, they had a couple of incomplete passes, but still a lot of time. The clock starts to move. 48 seconds to go. Receivers to both sides. Allen, slot to the left. To his left is Kramer. Simpkins going long, looking down the sidelines, and it's caught inside the 5. A great catch by Beauchamp. Lundy was right there.
Well, he just took it away from him, Mike.
Wow.
I think Lundy had the better shot at it. But Beauchamp just took it away from him on a great play.
All the way down to the 3. A gain of 32 yards off the pass. And the Knights in striking position with 29 seconds to go.
Now we said Beauchamp might be a factor.
Receivers to both sides. Mendina. Now they throw the ball to the ground to stop the clock with 22 seconds.
Good idea.
And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal at the Mount.
Best football player in the UP right now.
Not many could.
Among others, but you can still make a case for him being the best.
He stood out. 2nd and goal from the 3. Boy, everybody on their feet.
Oh, and a flag. They took so much time, I think.
Oh, that's going to be a delay of game.
Oh, critical penalty.
You don't need that.
Oh, critical penalty.
Boy, Kramer hustled from the sidelines, and now Grable saying, get over here. Boy, you got to get back there.
Oh,
when you're at the 3-yard line, you got to get going.
Yeah, there's no way you should be committing that kind of a penalty now.
But it may give the Knights a little more room to operate with Kramer and Mendina if they do like to look for the pass near the end zone. We'll see.
If they have all the plays at their disposal today, I don't know if they have a rollout with Simpkins or not, but boy, to stretch that field with those kind of skilled people might be worth a shot.
Kramer and Allen to the left side. Allen comes in motion. Mountaineers showing blitz. Long count, the snap to Simpkins. The rush is on. He throws it up off the hands of Kramer in the end zone.
Oh, man.
Kelm was behind him. Kramer had the position, and it was right there, and Kramer drops it, and that will not happen a lot. Boy, he had a couple of steps on Kelm, and Kelm was nowhere near Kramer to knock it away, and ball had it right in his hands and dropped it. 19 seconds to go.
Well, it shows they're human.
Well, it looked like he was looking the ball into him, too, and it just went off his hands.
The sun seems like it's a little bit high to be a factor.
3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. Clock is stopped with 19 seconds. Beauchamp to the right. Kramer slot left. Flank to his left was Allen. Now he goes in motion. The snap from the shotgun. Simpkins at his 15. Lobs to the end zone. Over the head of Kramer. That time, Kelm had a little better position. Now it brings up 4th down. It would be put down at the 15 or so, so it would be about a 25 or 26-yard field goal, and you have the Windier back.
Yeah, I got to believe you got to take the shot. I think you have a better shot right now at the 3 than you do at the 6.
The ball will be on the near hash mark far right side, so the angle will be to his left.
Now you've got Mendina holding for the quarterback, keep in mind.
You never know. From the 15 will be a 25-yarder. I think the Mountaineers will be aware of that. Here's the field goal attempt. It's up, and it's good. So with 13 seconds to go in the first half, as the Mountaineers do not give them 7, only 3, but 3, I think the Knights will be happy to have that as they go into the locker room. It's on Frog Country 101 Radio Sports. Professionals, they strive every day to keep the trust they've earned over the years in a community that's so special. Jacobs Funeral Home, 1025 Carpenter Avenue in Iron Mountain.
Well, the Knights had to get 3 points. You know, you'd prefer to get 6 if you're Norway, but to come away with nothing would have been almost deflating for the rest of the ball game. At least get something on the board. Boy, Paul Kramer is just doing a burn on the sideline. I guarantee you, he puts it there again, it's going to get caught.
Simpkins looks like he's just going to knock it down. He's going to kick it out of bounds as it floats near the 45-yard line.
Can't say that I blame him.
No. So I'm sure the Mountaineers will take it right there and not elect to have him kick again.
Well, you take the knee and get out of here.
You betcha.
I don't think you try anything too.
Well, I remember, he's good for a couple of strange decisions during the season.
I don't think this will be one of them. You know, coming in, you knew you were the underdog, even though you knew you had a chance to win the game. They're really not an outside kick.
Well, let's see. Bucci will send Kelm to the right side.
Maybe you take a shot
to go from the 43-yard line. Bucci gets it straight back, has some time. He's going to go long down the sidelines to Kelm. It floats up, and Kramer makes the interception at the 33-yard line, and it's still 7 seconds remaining.
I don't think that was a bad idea.
But it gives you the rocket and Simpkins throwing to Kramer or Mendina or possibly Beauchamp.
Well, you got 7 seconds. You maybe have one play, possibly two if it's quick and you get out of bounds. You're out of timeout.
You can see Coach Wonder across the way. Don't allow anybody to go behind you.
Exactly.
Drop back 20, 30 yards. Give them the play, and that's it.
Yep.
And let's see what the Knights will do. They'll probably try to throw the long one also.
Oh, yeah, you've got nothing to lose here. And it can't end on a defensive penalty, so if you throw it down there, you may get a defensive secondary interference call and get a better shot.
Boshaw wide right, Kramer to the left. Again, operating out of the shotgun. Simpkins waits for the snap, gets it. Rushes on by Luke. He just gets it away. He throws it way up, and it's off the mark. Lundy in good position on Boshaw with
looks that they haven't quite read yet.
And the Mountaineers will get the ball to start the third quarter. Just under 2 seconds to go. Final play of the half.
This receiver's offside.
They said he's okay. Mountaineers showing blitz again. Simpkins the pass. He's in trouble. He gets away and then finally put down at the 25-yard line. In on the tackle was Nord. So from the 34, they dropped him at the 25, a loss of 9. That ends the first half. One half is in. The winner moves on to half, and with the third, here's John Cole.
Thank you, Mike. The opening kickoff of the second half brought to you by Jacob's Funeral Home, 1025 Carpenter Avenue, helping families create meaningful memories through personalized funeral services. Here we go. The Mountaineers will get the ball from left to right. Simpkins kicks it end over end. Taken by Osland up the middle of the 10 to the 15, cuts to the left side 20, has it to 25-30, breaks a tackle 35-40, 45 far sidelines up to midfield, on his feet to the 45, down to the Norway 44-yard line. Adam Osland with a big return. Finally, Vendina made the stop along with Jake Simpkins, but it's first down for the Mountaineers inside of Norway territory.
They had a wall set up down the far side. There was a couple of blocks way upfield at about the 20. I didn't see who made the blocks, but they were some crunchy ones to allow Osland to get down the sidelines, and this is what exactly Iron Mountain needed. This is something Norway did not need at this stage.
That's right. Field position huge now. Iron Mountain just inside the Norway 45-yard line with the first and 10. Kelm wide to the right side. Wingman Ellis is on the right. Pucci gets the snap. Hand off to Watts running right side. Big hole, 40, 35. Cuts to the near sideline, 30. To the 25, 20, 15, 10. Bumped it down inside the 10-yard line. Near the 8. And it's first and goal for the Mountaineers. And Logan Watts has been a horse.
I have a feeling the Knights did not expect Watts to have the ball on the first carry. Like we said earlier, he didn't touch the ball.
They send Kelm wide to the left side. 3 men in the backfield. Pucci from the 9-yard line. The junior gets the snap. And off right side to Watts. He is stood up in the line by John Belair. Maybe bounced off down to the 8 for a gain of a yard. It'll be second and goal from there.
That's how you try to stop 30. And he put the shoulder pad to shoulder pad. Even with that, he went off for a couple of yards, but that's a good stick that time by Belair.
They mark him around the 17 for a gain of 2. It'll be second and goal from the 7-yard line. Keep in mind, Norway won last week 21-14 at Mountaineers Stadium. The Mountaineers trying to turn the tables right here. Second and goal from the Norway 7-yard line. The Mountaineers lead by 10. Watts and Ellis in the backfield. The wingman is on the right. Pucci from the 7. Gives to Watts. Hit to the backfield by LaRue and dropped to the 9-yard line. There's your big play guys making big plays.
And we didn't call 56 name a lot in that first half, and he's one that really got to stand out. This is the first time Watts has lost yardage in this ball game.
You know, we were talking about that Kramer drop ball in the end zone. It seemed as though he looked back as if, was I in the end zone or not? It seemed like from here maybe the geography got messed up a little bit, so maybe he took his eye off the ball.
I just thought he was looking at it in. It was coming right into his gut, and for some reason it just popped out. See, we don't feel bad when we drop balls now.
That's right. From the 10-yard line, third and goal for the Mountaineers. Pucci with the wingman on the right, gets the snap, he's back to pass. Rolls to the right side. He's going to run it, puts his head down to the sideline, bumped out of bounds at the 7-yard line, almost got a late hit. John Belair, one of the first to run him out, along with Alex LaRue. So from the 7-yard line, 2 yards. And if you're Iron Mountain, you better get going to the line of scrimmage. They took a little while. Now they're going to try a field goal with George Stone from the 15-yard line. Makes it a 25-yard kick out of the home of Alex Lundy. Waiting for the snap. Oh, a bouncing snap, and he gets it down. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
Oh, what a grab by Lundy. The ball just rolled to him, and he put it down in Stone with the concentration. That could have disturbed the kicker's timing.
But that's 3 big points for the Mountaineers. It's Iron Mountain 16 and Norway 3. They held defensively, gave up only 3 when it could have been more than that. So now That's what they were at halftime, so really, they didn't lose an awful lot. Stone will approach the ball. Good high end over end kick. Taking it back at the 10-yard line now is Beauchamp. He'll cross the 20, 25, horse-collared at about the 27-yard line. Derek Luke made the stop on the special teams.
They got two of the better kickers in the UP with Stone and Simpkins. Both have shown during the season they can get field goals if needed.
To left, the Knights have it 1st and 10. Kramer wide to the far side. Beauchamp wide to the near side. Simpkins from his own 27 gets the snap. Hand off to Ebeling. Fumbles the ball near the 15-yard line. Recovered by Luke. At about the 17. And the Mountaineers in business deep in Norway territory.
Mendina really didn't get his hands on the football by the time Watts had him. He barely had the ball and he had to cough it up.
They'll mark it officially on the 18-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mountaineers inside Norway territory. And boy, you're putting a lot of heat on the Norway defense now.
Man, oh man.
The Mountaineers can probably ring up a victory if they put 6 points in here now, because the Knights are clearly back on their heels. Kellum goes wide to the left side. From the Norway 18-yard line, Pucci has them set. Now they're swinging guys all over the place.
Hurry up.
You don't want a penalty here. From the 18, 1st and 10. Watts the lone running back, and then Watts stumbled, and it'll be a procedure call against the Mountaineers.
Is this the first game of the year?
They look like the Keystone Cops.
No, I don't feel too bad now. Both teams can do it.
Boy, they had guys look like a Chinese fire drill. You had guys running all over, and then Watts stumbled.
I'm sure they worked these plays at random during the season and in practice. How quickly you can forget.
Boy, Tom was just beside himself on the sideline. He said, what was that? And boy, that acreage down there becomes pretty precious. That's a big penalty. Now it's 1st and 15 on the 23. Split backfield. The Knights move and get back. Hand off left side Oswald. He's to the 20. Cuts to the right to the 15. Down near the 14-yard line. It was Chad Beauchamp making the stop from the defensive secondary, but a nice gain by Osland, who's been a pretty big cog in the wheel. If you look at some of the teams we've sent downstate, it seems like somebody else does step up as the tournament goes along. On 2nd down. From the 15-yard line. Deep toss right side to Watts. Hit behind the line by Henryon. Gets away from him. Crosses down to around the 12, maybe 11-yard line. Henryon missed him, and finally Kramer made the stop. Here are 2 touchdowns and a couple of twos, at least timing. They mark it just shy of the 11. 3rd down and 4. 3 men in the backfield. Hand off to Watts. Hit behind by Henryon. Back at around the 16, maybe 15-yard line. They'll mark him at the 15. It'll be 4th down from there. Nice play by the defensive end senior. And again, big play guys making big plays at the right time.
And the main thing, you've got to cross the line of scrimmage before Watts was able to get to the line, and that's where you stop him. If you do that continually, he's not going to get the yardage.
You'll mark him.
We got the 14, 21, be a 31-yarder. But this time looks like they'll go for it.
Yep. They mark him at the 14-yard line officially. It'll be 4th down and 6 for the Mountaineers. Lead at 16-3. Everybody is in tight. Watts the lone running back. Now Osland joins him. From the 14-yard line. Pucci with a snap. He's back to pass, and Henryon gets him back around the 22-yard line. He had some help from John Belair as well, but the sack on 4th down gives Norway the ball and a little breath of life.
And they show that they do a little blitzing themselves, and that time Pucci did not even have a chance to look up and see where his receivers were. The Matt Stork and others were right there.
Well, the Norway team dodges a bullet, so now they get the ball on their own 21-yard line officially.
But look how much time is off the clock, too.
That's it. That's it. The Mountaineers have really controlled the time. They've ground out those first downs. But again, Norway has basically built their team on a quick strike ball club, so you're never out of the game. From their own 21, from left to right, 1st and 10. Ebeling goes in motion. The handoff goes to Vendina right up the gut, and he finds nothing there as Ben Henke, one of the first to make the stop for the
Probably have 20-25.
Oh, easy, easy. Kramer to the near side, Beauchamp to the far side. 2nd down and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Again, Allen goes in motion. Simpkins back to pass. In the pocket, rolls to the right side. Throws it high and long. Middle of the field for Beauchamp. Caught at the 40. Down near the 39-yard line of Iron Mountain. And a 1st down for Norway. He got his feet tangled up a little bit that time with Alex Lundy, but a gain of 38 in the 1st down just inside the 40-yard line of the Mountaineers.
Oh, it was good coverage until he tripped. But there's the gun of Simpkins. Under that condition where he's running and he still can throw that hard of a pass on the run and right on the money.
And that's how he said. Norway can score the ball quickly. They mark it right on the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Oshaw wide right. Kramer goes wide left. Simpkins from the Iron Mountain 40, down 16-3. Senior Simpkins waits and gets the snap. Back to pass. Has time. Throws it long. Near sideline. Kramer incomplete to the 20-yard line, just off the fingertips of number 9.
You know, Kellen mistimed the leap. He was playing center field, and I think he was looking for the interception. He broke a little too soon that time, and by the time he jumped, as he was coming down, the ball went over his head, and Kramer had the opportunity to catch it, and I think he was watching to see if Kellen would come with the interception.
Everybody's got to watch for a minute. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the Iron Mountain 40 for Norway, who trail it 16-3. 6 and 42 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Knights have got to get something on the board this quarter. If you go into the 4th quarter down by that many with the way the Mountaineers have controlled the ball game, it's going to be very tough. They need points in this quarter. Now Kramer comes wide to the near side along with Allen. Beauchamp goes wide right. Out of the spread formation, Simpkins on 2nd and 10 for the Mountaineer 40. Allen in motion to the right side. Waiting for the snap, Simpkins gets it. Standing near midfield. Throws the middle screen. Gets to Henry out of the 40. 35. He's down near the 30. Spins his way down to the 27-yard line. And a gain of close to 13 in the first down before Kurt Summers, along with Derek Luke, made the stop for the Mountaineer defense. I was wondering when they throw to the big guy. That's a weapon that just seems to hang out there a little bit. And when all else fails, get it to the big 6'7" tight end and let him rumble a little bit.
That's one of the ways you neutralize that blitz. You throw a little screen up the middle. Everybody goes by. You got some good yardage. Now the defense will think a little bit as to when they're going to blitz and when that pass is coming back.
1st and 10 for the Mountaineer 28-yard line. Knights down 16-3. Wide outs to both sides for the Knights. At the Mountaineer 28-yard line. Simpkins with a snap. Back to pass. Under a rush. Rolls to the right. Rolls to the right. Still rolling. And gets away from one man. Falls down to around the 27 for a gain of 1 or 2 yards on the scramble. Finally caught from behind by Joe Weber. He would be here at Ronberg Stadium. From the 27-yard line, 2nd down and 9. Beauchamp goes wide to the near side. Kramer, a wingman on the right. Now he comes in motion to the left. From the 27-yard line, now we have flags and a delay of game against the Knights, and Brad Grayvold is really hot. Oh, is he incensed. Boy, how many of those have we seen both teams do today?
There's probably at least strike it.
You know, you think on a cold day it wouldn't, but if you don't get your fluids, it's going to creep up. So from the 43, it's now 2nd and 15. Kramer comes in motion to the near side. From the 43, Simpkins the snap. Back to pass. Under a rush. Gets away. Now he'll run it. He'll get down to the 31-yard line for a gain of maybe 3. Again, on the bottom of the pile was Joe Weberch on the stop for the Mountaineers. But it'll be 3rd down and about 12 at the 31-yard line for Norway. Inside Mountaineer territory with 5 minutes to go in the 3rd and a 16-3 Mountaineer lead.
Unless they start scoring, pretty much you're going to see a lot of passing, and then once in a while you'll give them maybe the draw to Mendina or something. But from now on until they start scoring, you're going to see a lot of passing.
Tell you, you watch Paul Kramer away from the huddle, there is something not quite right. He's very gingerly walking around. From the 31-yard line of the Mountaineers, Knights with 3rd down, call it 13. Out of the spread formation again, Mendina the lone running back. Allen goes in motion to the right side. From the 31, snap goes to Simpkins. In the pocket, near sideline Kramer. Clogged to the 20, stumbles down near the 17-yard line. He should have the 1st down depending on the spot of the ball. He'll be close either way. Depends on the mark. And I think he got a good mark for a 1st down, but they may have to look at it.
After he caught it, he turned, took a couple of steps and dove, and it will be close.
16-3 to the Mountaineers. Clock rolling. On the Mountaineer 18-yard line. Again out of the spread formation. Allen comes in motion to the right side. Wide outs to both sides. Simpkins with a snap. Draw play to Mendina. Hit behind the line to the 21-yard line. They didn't buy into that one. Down the bottom of the pile again, Eberch. Big 3rd quarter defensively. Broke the play up for a loss of a couple. Back to the 20. It'll be 2nd down and 12 from there. Battered up, they can almost take the double team off him. From the 20.
I wouldn't do that.
Maybe he's rolling him asleep. From the 20, 2nd and 12. Allen comes wide to the right side. Simpkins waiting for the snap. He gets it. Here come the Mountaineers. In some trouble as Simpkins gets away. Goes against the grain. It's into the hands of Henryon. Flag commends the lineman. It's LaRue. Coming into John Belair, pardon me. John Belair caught it, but that's not going to count.
Oh, you see a lot of yellow out there.
Yeah. John Belair caught it, unless he reported in, which I don't think he did.
I'll tell you, Simpkins did a nice job just trying to get away from everybody. He was just happy to get a throwaway.
I thought at first it might have been Henryon, but then turned out, of course, Belair. In a way, it's easy to do. He's 6'5", so he's up there. But obviously an eligible receiver.
He showed some good running, though.
Hey, he did. Pretty 3-yard line of Iron Mountain for Norway.
You think Norway would dare Iron Mountain again, blitzing every time? I mean, I think they're accepting that. And the Mountaineers are going to have to maybe change off a little bit and not blitz on every down.
They got to get down to the 8-yard line. From the 33, it's 3rd and long. Justin Allen goes in motion to the right side. Simpkins gets the snap out of the shotgun. In some trouble. Goes over the middle. Caught by Kramer at the 20. Stumbles to the 15.
Goes down.
The ball was down and popped out. But he'll still be about 7 yards short of the first down. But you've got Simpkins who can kick the field goal from that distance.
18-yard.
If you wanted to go that way. They'll put him right on the Mountaineer 15. For the Knights, it'll be 4th down. And I got to believe you bring out the tee and try to put at least get 3 on the board. And I think that's what they're going to do.
And this will be an angle to his right this time. About a 32-yarder.
Well, I've seen more field goals attempted today than I think we have all year. But again, you've got a all-class running back and an all-class quarterback in the mix here, so you've got to be heads up.
33-yarder.
Good snap. Ball down. The kick is up, and I think he hooked it to the left. Nope. Went to the left like Castro. And with 2:34 to go in the 3rd, the Knights come away empty. And the Mountaineers hang on, 16-3. This might be one of the best defensive efforts we've seen a Mountaineer team have in a long time, when you take into consideration what's going on. First down, handoff to Oswald, right side 20, 25-yard line. There he stopped after a gain of 5. Kramer made the stop, but a good gain on first down. 1st and 10 becomes 2nd down at about the height of it all right here. From their own 25, the Mountaineers left to right have a 2nd down and 5. Wingman is on the right, wide man to the left side in Kelm. Inside handoff goes to Ellis, ran into big 62 Matt Johnson, and down back at the 23-yard line. Johnson almost got the inside handoff. So well he read that play. They'll mark him at the 24 officially. It now sets up 3rd down and 6. The nice defense, have done their part. They've done a relatively good job in the second half. They stiffened up when they needed to only hold Iron Mountain to 3 points.
Well, with the passing of the night so far, right now the Mountaineers with 206 yards and Norway with 168, but a big part of that was 159 in passing by the Knights.
Twin receivers to the near side, one to the far side. From their own 24, Pucci on 3rd down and 6. Gets the snap. And off to Watts, left side, breaks the tackle, 35, 40, make it to the 35, out around the 37-yard line. As Tony Medina makes the stop at the 37, but it's a first down for the Mountaineers. Second first down to the second half. Don't forget, we'll have our Pizza Hut player of the game following this one.
Boy, options are open.
Really is. Really is. Really are. Really is.
That's a big game,
Oh, here comes this ladybug again. Why, sweetie? We'll just deflect you off to the side a little bit. There you go. Thank you. We'll get to that in a second.
Oh, okay.
From the 37-yard line. 1st and 10. Hand off to Watts over the middle. Wrapped up by LaRue at the 40. Well, there's a couple of heavyweights. Alex LaRue, 6'1", 220. Logan Watts, 5'11", 200. And that might be a little conservative. Okay, there we go. Logan Watts, 22 carries, 140 yards on the ballgame. 30 seconds to go in the 3rd. At the 39-yard line, 2nd down, and call it 7 for the Mountaineers. Not really in a big hurry. They'll get one more play off. Then the 4th quarter will be coming around. Kelm goes wide to the far side. Double wings. Watts the lone running back. From the 39, it's 2nd down and 7. Pucci, with a man in motion, gets the snap. Hand off Oswald, hits the middle of the line, drilled down there by Mike Larson over the 40 near the 41-yard line. Gain of a couple as the clock should about run out, and that's the end of 3. 3 down and 1 to go. The score, it's Iron Mountain 16 and Norway 3. Coming back in 1 minute to Ronberg Field on Frog Country.
Their support to our high school.
And now the Mountaineers on top as they start the 4th, 3rd down and 6 as they move right to left.
And a big play right away.
This time Luke goes out to the right side. Now they shift formations. Kelm splits wide to the left side. Backs are split. Give inside and nowhere was Osborne for a loss on the play. Make that Watts. Well, they'll go nowhere that time.
Mike Larson.
Henleon and Larson drop him back. Didn't even get started. Good surge by that left side for a loss of 1 for Watts, and it brings up 4th down at the 40-yard line. Now Stone will have to kick it away. Watts hasn't been stopped that many times as he lost 1.
Yeah, that one loss with only 5 yards worth of losses. You don't see him get stopped for nil gain too often.
Good snap, rushes on, a high kick off the side of the foot of Stone, and it goes out of bounds around the 40-45-yard line, and the Knights will get good position to start the 4th quarter.
Dear defenders.
That's right. Knights have it 1st and 10 from the 43. Kramer wide to the right side. Kelm again, single coverage. Wing on the right side for the Knights. Simpkins under center. There's the toss to Medina. Finally gets outside. Cuts through the middle. He breaks open. 40. Hit the move on a Kelm. 35-30. On his feet. Spins at the 25 and down to the 23-yard line. He loses the ball, but it was down.
I play kind of like that.
There's 7, 17, 27, 32, 34 yards and a first down. By far Medina's biggest play. They were able to finally get him outside. And the Knights, sensing the Knights coming back, they stand on their feet to urge the team on.
And they need to score on this drive. If they come away empty here, your game probably is over.
From the Iron Mountain 23, 1st and 10 for the Knights. Simpkins will send Kramer wide to the left side. In motion goes Medina, one setback. Inside handoff, Beauchamp trying to get outside. Mellon has them, spun him down at the 24-yard line.
What an effort.
He did not allow him to get outside.
10 years defensively.
A loss of 1, 2nd and 11 at the Mountaineer 24-yard line. Receiver split to both sides. Simpkins checking that defense. Gets the snap straight back. Rushes on. He throws over the middle. Off the mark of Kramer at the 5-yard line. Boy, he split Kelm and Flaminio. And Simpkins just had to get it away again.
Quick. Seems like they're talking in sentences now.
Nomenclature.
Wow. I remember my 13-year-old was going through science training now,
See?
so those words always come back for some reason.
It makes you sound good.
I didn't know them then either.
3rd and 11 at the 24-yard line. Beauchamp comes in motion. Long count. Simpkins back. He looks over the middle. Being rushed. He's caught for a loss at the 32-yard line. Watts was in on the play, along with Summers. Boy, they had him set
there, and then all of a sudden the Mountaineer defense again. A couple of occasions bending but not breaking. They made a couple of big plays, now a big sack.
And just like what the Norway defense did. When Watts was able to carry it a long ways down, they were able to hold themselves together and force the field goal.
This could be your game because if you don't get it here, Mountaineers may keep the ball the rest of the game.
Allen to the right, receivers to the left. Kramer comes in motion right. In the shotgun, there's the snap. The big rush is on by Nord. Simpkins out of the pocket. He throws it up. And it's tipped the road. Caught at the 10-yard line. But it's not going to... Is that enough?
Oh, sure.
It is enough for first down.
Oh, plenty.
Kramer in traffic. Kelm, I thought, might have had a chance for the interception, but somehow gets the first down at the 11-yard line.
26.
Oh, they needed that one. And the clock moves with 9:45 remaining. At the Iron Mountain 11-yard line, Kramer wide to the left side. Simpkins gets it inside handoff. Beauchamp hit behind the line, and he's going nowhere. The linebacker coming through that time was Summers, straighten him up. And then Mellon and North.
We do a Mountaineer game. You call his name about a dozen times. He's always in on the ball.
He's a junior. He'll be coming back. They can get a first down inside the 1-yard line. 2nd down and 11, and the Knights call time again. They have 1 remaining.
Instead of up by 2 scores at halftime, the game was tied. Who knows how it could have turned after that. So it'll be an interesting rematch next week.
2nd and 11, shotgun from the 12-yard line. Back to Simpkins at the 20. Throws to the corner, and falling down was Kramer at the 5, and Kelm was near the ball. Falls incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 11 with 9 minutes to go in the game.
I cut it twice and still too short.
That's it. The Beauchamp to the right, Kramer to the left. Joining Kramer is Allen. Medina will block for Simpkins. Now he goes in motion. Jake by himself. Gets it. Roll rush coming on. They throw sideline to Medina. They open him up. He comes, reverses his field, and nailed at the 10-yard line. Boy, there's Flaminio. I think Rosado was there. Or is that Ellis? Ellis. Well, Medina, just as he was picking up a head of steam, he got nailed by a couple of Mountaineers as he picked up about 3 off the pass, and it brings up 4th down. 4th and 8. They got to get inside the 1-yard line. They will not go for the field goal at this stage.
Oh, no, you got to go for the 6 now.
No question. A field goal would give them 6.
Only 2 scores.
8 would give them 14, so they need one right here.
Yeah.
8:20 to go in the ball game. This could be your game for the Knights. 2 receivers, Medina, Kramer to the right. Now back under center is Simpkins. Boshaw goes in motion. Simpkins rolls right. Chased down by Ellis. He throws it up. It's caught by Boshaw. He dives in, touchdown.
Oh, and Simpkins took a hit at the end of that play.
Boshaw got away. Caught it inside the 5 and goes in for the score with the first down. So with 8:01 to go in the ball game, it's now 16-9, Iron Mountain. That touchdown brought to you by Claire Woolman. If you're tired of losing money in the falling market, call Woolman with financial investment timing. When the market goes up, you make money. When the market goes down, you make money. Call Claire 774-5700 for more information. Simpkins to try the extra point to make it to 10. The touchdown will tie, then an extra point would win if they get it back. It's there, it's down, it's up, and it's good. So with 8:01 to go in the ball game, the score now, Iron Mountain 16, Norway 10. We'll come back in 30 seconds on Frog Country 101.
An intriguing menu, satisfying prices, and atmosphere second to none. It all adds to the fun of dining out at the Rialto Lanes and Restaurant.
Oh boy, all the Knights need now is 6 points and then the extra point. And the Mountaineers, what a time for them to come back with a ground game to chew up some time off this clock. So let's see what will happen. Families create meaningful memories through personalized funeral services. Oslin and Kelm back at the 5-yard line. Simpkin needs a deep kick right here. Here's the kick by Simpkins. Nice kick. Oslin near his 5, up to his 8. They set up the wall to the far side. Trying to get outside, reverses, comes up the middle, and leans to about the 20-yard line. So nice coverage that time. Bo Anderson in on the stop. Also in on the play was Dante DiBernardi. And the Mountaineers will have it from his 20-yard line. Actually put down at the 19. Well, now the Knights got to come up with some defense, and the Mountaineers got to come up with some offense.
Yep, nothing along the passing lines. They just need to give it to Mr. Watts and see how much gas he has in the tank and let him go.
Boy, this has been a heck of a ball game.
Oh, it really has been. Just outstanding.
From the 19, 1st and 10, the Knights dig in. There's Oslin trying to get outside. Stop for no gain. Medina coming up to make the stop. Oslin could not turn the corner. Still at the 19-yard line. No gain, 2nd down, and 10 near the 19.
But, you know, somewhere along the line, those burn timeouts the Knights had to take could backfire on you as the game goes on here.
Knights with just 1 timeout left in the game, and the Mountaineers have 2. They'll take as much time as they can off that clock as it's running down to 7:20. Mountaineers by 6. Kelm wide to the right side. They need one here. Lone setback is Watts. Wing on the right side. Pucci gets it. Takes the Watts. Pucci stumbles, looks, gets it away. Here's Luke over his head at the 45-yard line. Pretty good coverage down the field by Boshaw.
With a lot of heat around him.
Boy, look at the Mountaineer with the flag. You take a lot of guts going into the Norway side. Wow, the emotions are running high today. 3rd down and 10 from the 18 of Iron Mountain. Pucci will send Kelm wide right. Pucci gets it straight back, has some time. Going to the far side for Kelm, and it's over his head at the 40-yard line. They say good play defensively by Boshaw as the ball back.
I'm really surprised the Mountaineers went topside with deep throws. I thought they might let Watts start to grind out some of that time.
And again, Kramer working on his calf muscles.
Yeah, he has something tight on him real big time to have him doing that.
Now Stone has to get a big punt here, and Kramer will drop back. The Knights will have good field position, unless Stone really gets into one. He has a little bit of wind, high snap, big rush. He's going to fake it. Now he'll kick it. It goes on the ground. It'll take a little bit of a bounce, and the Knights will, or make the Mountaineers will down it at the 39-yard line. So Stone had to run out of the pocket and then kick it on the run. And the Knights at the 39-yard line of Iron Mountain with 6:54 to go in the game with plenty of time.
I'll tell you, he's off to his right, and admittedly he was kicking on the run, but that could have been a lot worse than that.
Well, the big part of the offense today has been the passing game, and Simpkins right now has really done a job on the Mountaineers secondary. As the Knights will have it 1st and 10 from the 39. Kramer comes to the left side.
Got an official's timeout here. Now they're ready.
Morrison, wing right. Simpkins, barking signals, gets it. Gives to Medina. He's caught behind the line by Mellon and dropped for a yard or two loss. That's one of Medina's favorite plays.
Tighten up on him has really got him hampered.
But whenever he needs a big catch, he seems to get open.
He seems to be there.
And they need one here. 2nd and 12 from the 41. Again, he'll go under center. Simpkins straight back, short drop, goes sideline. Beauchamp makes the catch, dives to the 29. That should be enough for a first down. Lundy brings him down with Flaminio. From the 41 to the 29, a gain of 12, and that's all they needed. And they keep the ball with 6:13 left in the game.
And again, there's Beauchamp we talked about at the beginning of the game. You know Kramer's going to get double-teamed. Somebody else has got to step up, and there you've got a guy like Beauchamp, who is a sophomore, keep in mind. I think you're going to put the passing attack in pretty good hands next year. Although you move on Simpkins, you'll have a guy that can catch and run with the ball.
From the 29, 1st and 10 for the Knights. Knights driving. Allen in motion left. They give to Medina. Gets outside. Cuts it back to his right. Spins off a block and a tackle and gets good yardage. Near the 22-yard line. Gain of 7 for Medina. 5:40, the clock continues to roll. Now, if you're the Mountaineers defensively, you got to look for a couple of big plays here. And the Knights seem to be picking up momentum on each snap.
A couple of heavyweight boxers. Let's see who has enough gas at the end of the game here.
Frazier and Ali in round 14.
Down goes Frazier.
2nd down and 3 from the 22-yard line. Allen in motion again. Simpkins throws it into the ground on Kramer. Got the bounce. Hoping that maybe the official wouldn't see it. He took an extra step ready to run, and he blew the whistle. Well, Simpkins threw a seed to him, but that time it was thrown a little low.
Little different situation.
One good thing, it stops the clock on incomplete with 5:11 to go.
That's true.
3rd and 3. Simpkins under center, gets it. Up to Medina, trying to get outside. Gets the block, turns it up. Gets the first down at the 16-yard line. He gains 6. Put down by Lundy. So Medina doing a nice job. First bottled up, found some room, gets the first down to the 16-yard line.
It almost seems like the Mountaineers are wearing down a little bit.
Well, they've done a lot of running with that blitz team today.
And not to mention just the mental pressure of having to stop them on every play and not having any room for error.
Under 5 minutes to go in the ball game.
They may be mentally tired as much as physically.
At the 16, 1st and 10. Medina again trying to get outside, has some room, chased out by Luke, gets away from Luke, chased out by Flaminio, gets the first down inside the 5-yard line. So from the 16, they'll put it down at around the 3. A gain of 13.
Get those points back, and they'd only need 3, and you've got a Stone as your kicker.
Geiger and Medina in the backfield from the 3. Geiger off the left side, hit at the line, falls forward for about a yard or two. He was nailed by the linebacker that time, Summers. A gain of a couple to the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Again, the touchdown will tie. The extra point will give them the lead. It was 13-3 at halftime, Iron Mountain. They got a field goal, Iron Mountain, in the 3rd quarter to lead 16-3, and then the Knights came back with that touchdown. 2nd and goal from Medina. Simpkins gets the snap. Turns, gives to Geiger. He's hit the goal line. He's in. Touchdown! The second effort by Geiger gets the touchdown to tie the game with 3:51 to go in the ball game. That touchdown brought to you by Claire Woman. Again, if you're tired of losing money in the falling stock market, call Woman with financial investment timing. When the market goes up, you make money. When the market goes down, you make money. Call Claire 774-5700 for more information.
Those missed extra points.
I'll tell you.
You don't think of them at the time, but later on, if you keep the game close, they have a way of coming back.
Simpkins doesn't miss many extra points. Here's the key one here. Medina to hole. The rush is on. He gets it up, and it's good.
So with 3:51 to go in the ball game, the Knights have come back here in the second half to take the lead. Norway 17, Iron Mountain 16. 3:51 to go in the ball game. Stay with us. We'll come back in 30 seconds on Clock Country 101.
Do you like to know facts when dealing with your truck?
Mountaineers do not need 6. Anything within about 35 yards is a reasonable attempt for George Stone, so that makes the calling of the plays a little bit different. And if you're Norway, well, I'll tell you, right now, you've got the momentum, and the Mountaineers seem a little bit on the flat side. Kelm and Oslin back at the 5-yard line. As Simpkins looking to kick another deep one. Last time it was right around the 7 or 8-yard line. Here's the kick. Deep, Oslin on the run at the 10. Goes to the 20, gets the block, 25. Trying to find some room down the sidelines, runs out of real estate near the 30. But still a good return. They'll put it down at the 30-yard line. So the Mountaineers have to go 70 yards to score or get close enough for the field goal. Hey, a big congratulations to Dwight Kashlak. Unbelievable. Does he treat the people up here in the press box well? Unbelievable. He stayed up all night baking cookies, cooking. I don't know if he made the chili, but probably put the sandwiches together. Right, cured the meat himself. Oh, definitely cured the meat. That's right. He did everything. One of a kind. Man, oh man. We should almost stay here and eat. You think you at least have pizza, but you can't ask for everything. We got the ham sandwiches. At the 30, 1st and 10 for the Mountaineers. Watts off right side. Trying to get upside. Spins maybe a yard, and that's about it. Now the Knights are going after the ball. There was Ebling, Henryon, and Posha all in on the play after a gain of 2 for Watts. 2nd and 8 from the 32-yard line. Well, if they're going to jam the box, you've got a Derek Luke and a Chris Kelm to go to. The sidelines are over the middle short. You don't need 70 yards in this play. If you get it down to the 20, that gives you roughly a 37-yard kick. And 20, maybe 15-yard line. And you have the wind to your back. Yeah, so I would watch the pass as well. Luke to the left side, Kelm to the right. Knights almost jumped offside. Pucci did jump offside. So the Knights will give the Mountaineers 5 yards. I believe Jedvik may have got that helmet across the line. Yep. So instead of a 2nd and 8, it'll be a 2nd and 3 with 3:05 remaining. And every 5 yards counts, especially when you only need a field goal. Every 5 yards counts. From the 32-yard line, make that 37-yard line. 2nd and 3 for the Mountaineers. Kelm comes to the near left. Mellon lines up in the wing on the left. Pucci with the long snap, gets it. Watts off tackle, has a hole, 40. Breaks off one tackle, 2, gets to the 47-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. Gain of 10 for Watts. And that moves the chain with 2:40 remaining. The Mountaineers will huddle quickly. Watts having himself a pretty good day. We've got him for 148 yards on, 24 carries. In that last game, he had 122 yards and 2 touchdowns. Clock moving, 2:25 to go from the 47, 1st and 10 for the Mountaineers. Wide side to the right. Oslin comes in motion. He gets the sweep, trying to get outside. Gets outside, turns the corner at midfield, and ridden out of bounds at the 48-yard line of Norway. Gain of wide side of the field to their left. Kelm goes far right. Double wing. Set back is Watts. Pucci gets it, gives to Watts. Has the hole. In trouble. Fighting hard to the 45-yard line. He'll be about 2 yards shy of a first down. Hanging on desperately was Alex LaRue. And now the Mountaineers are going to call time. As they spot the ball at the 45-yard line, the Mountaineers will be facing with a 3rd down and 2. 1:29 to go in the ball game. 17-16 Norway. We shall return to Romberg Field in 30 seconds. I think you'll stay around. Stay with us on Frog Country now with 1 timeout to go. But he got 2 plays to get 2 yards. That's the key thing right here. And again, the Mountaineers have to get down to maybe the 20 or 15-yard line to have a realistic shot at 3. So they still have a good 20, 25 yards they've got to make. Here comes the Mountaineers to the line. Norway digs in. 3rd down and 2. Let's see if they go straight at him or try to go off tackle. They stack it up in the eye. That snap in center. Pucci gets it, bites, and maybe gets a yard, and that's it.
lucky to keep the ball. Pucci bobbled the snap from center. Presence of mind, he was able to move it across the 45 to the 44-yard line, or just near that. And Iron Mountain faces a 4th down and 1. We now have an official toll line down. They're waving Henry on off the field. Now they have to get somebody in the game. Jedvik will hurry in to replace him. The Mountaineers are ready to go on 4th down and 1.
There have been some confusion on both sides today. Very uncharacteristic.
You have to get the snap from center. Well, you go with the bread and butter, Watts.
Oh, yeah.
4th and 1. Pucci gets it. Watts gets the first down by a yard and a half. The officials will stop it to change. The chains will move down the field. A gain of 3, maybe 2 yards, and a first down to the 43-yard line.
But they're in a situation now where 3 yards to the pop isn't going to get you where you got to go.
Well, they had to get the first down.
Oh, yeah,
initially.
In that case, but their last few gains have not been overly big. They're going to need to break a reasonably good-sized play somewhere.
1 minute to go. Pucci under center. Straight back to pass. Rushes on. Pucci trying to get out of trouble. Loses the ball at the 45-yard line. The Knights say they got it. And the Knights do get the ball.
And look at Brad Grable.
Oh, man. Pucci got in trouble. The Knights had the blitz on. He tried to get out of trouble. He lost the ball, and someone fell on it for the Knights. And they get it back with 45 seconds to go.
They can only take one timeout, so you take a knee.
That's it.
You don't even hand the ball off right now.
The Knights with a comeback to have the lead 17-16. The Mountaineers will use their last timeout after the snap, and then that'll be it.
I don't even risk handing it off here.
Oh, this is the classic.
This will live for a long time in the memory books.
From the 45-yard line. Simpkins will get the snap, drop down to the knee. He'll lose 2 yards. As the clock will wind down, will Coach Wender take the timeout?
I don't think so.
He realizes there's no way now you're going to get the ball back. And the Knights fans are on their feet cheering.
One more snap. Don't let the clock stop now.
And it'll be back here.
Back here.
West Iron County. West Iron County will be here at Romberg Field probably on Saturday. One more snap and that'll be it. Simpkins drops back to the 40 as he loses 3 more, but it doesn't matter. And the clock will wind down. The Mountaineer season comes to an end. As Watts congratulating the Knights and Simpkins. Good sportsmanship today. It was a hard-fought ball game.
Oh, yes.
But there was no altercations. Nope. And there's your ball game. The Knights move on along the tournament trail with a come from behind victory, 17-16. Boy, the fans are not even going to allow the Knights and Mountaineers to shake hands. Boy, they're being engulfed. And the silly string has been thrown into the mix.
Then you know you've won the game.
That's it.
When the silly string is out, it's all over.
Boy,
well, what a
security is lax as the fans are streaming onto the field.
Where's Dwight when you need him? What kind of security did you have set up here?
17-16. The Knights have won it. We'll take on the Whitecaps next Saturday. We'll come back and hopefully we'll maybe get both coaches. You never know. Stay with us on Frog Country 101.
Come on into Northern Supply's Home and Farm Stock-Up Sale from CarQuest. From Northern Supply and CarQuest, you will find a Solar Booster Pack. Starts cars, trucks, and equipment only $89. Requires final inspection. It's the quick cleanup for a show car shine. 16-ounce spray, just $4.99. Also from CarQuest, Super Blue Halogen Headlamps. The pair, $19.99. These and other great sale prices are good through October 7th. Stop into Northern Supply Company, 1230 Carpenter Avenue, Iron Mountain, and check out the Home and Farm Stock-Up Sale from CarQuest.
Neil Johnson and the Physical Therapy Center staff, now located at their new location, 901 Pile Drive in Kingsford, wish all area athletes good luck during the sports season. If an injury occurs, feel assured that Neil and his staff will offer you complete professional assistance. They will address all areas of the injury and return you to your sport feeling safe and confident. Call the Physical Therapy Center at 770.
History is littered with great games. You look at the game that Iron Mountain won against Deckerville down in Gaylord last season. You remember some of the great games that Norway had when they won their state title games. You remember the game in the snow against North Central here. You think of the great tournament games that we've seen. Some turned out on the wrong side. Iron Mountain lost that heartbreaker down in Flint back in the early 80s. So there have been games on the positive side, some on the negative side. This game will remain in the memory books for a good long time, as Norway came back in the second half to beat Iron Mountain 17-16. And we talked about playmakers and big play people making plays. And that's really what happened in this game today. Norway in the second half almost looked like the Mountaineers were going to get some control in the ballgame. But they didn't capitalize on some scoring opportunities when they had the chance. Early in that third quarter, they came away with a field goal and nothing, but a couple of touchdowns would have put the ball game away. As it is, they kept Norway in the game. The Knights and a couple of big plays by Medina, then the eventual touchdown run by Geiger. Come away with a victory here today, but you talk about big play people, Logan Watts. Look at the plays he made to give his team a chance to win the ball game today. You look at a guy like Chan Beauchamp, who I thought was very key in this ball game. He was just huge, making big catches. You look at the defense that a Luke had today. Mellon made some big plays. Kirk Summers had a big game defensively. This was just a heck of a football game, and I'm just glad to be a part of it in some ways.
Well, I'll tell you, you don't need a lot of points to have an exciting ball game, and what was shown in the first half, 13-3, it was a good, exciting first half. The Knights came back in the second half. We expected, at least I expected more points on the board, but it's certainly as exciting, if not more, as the Knights were able to come back and make some big plays down the stretch when it was third down, fourth down, some passes from Simpkins to Beauchamp. Kramer made some big plays. Medina made some nice catches. As you know, they made the plays when they had to. And like they were saying here in the press box after the game, maybe the Mountaineers wore down a little bit in that fourth quarter with all of the blitzing they were doing and the moving which they did. And they had to do that to confuse Simpkins and the offense. Were so well, but it seemed to catch up with them in that second half. And at times they made the big plays, but when they had to make the big play defensively, they did not. And Norway did. It was a ball game that we expected to be close and exciting, and they didn't disappoint us.
No, they didn't. In fact, if you'd have told Tom Wonder you'd hold Norway to 17 points, I think he would have taken his chances with that.
Oh, definitely.
In many respects. I think he would have taken his chances with 17, that he would score 3 touchdowns and probably win the ball game. Their defensive effort, even though they come away with a losing effort in the game, their defensive effort was top-notch. I mean, they kept Norway in check. Norway broke a couple of plays at the end that set them up for the winning touchdown. But for the most part, the Mountaineer defense, I don't think could do any more than they did today. The offense didn't put some points on the board when they had the opportunity. And let's go to Norway's defense was stiffening up when they had to.
Well, they held Norway's rushing game unofficially at 49 yards. There was 65 by Medina, and then with the losses by Simpkins, you know, they couldn't ask for anything better on the offensive side or defensive side in watching the rush, but it was the passing of Simpkins in that second half. He was 7 of 10. Overall, 11 of 25 for 178 yards. So he picked apart the secondary and finding the receivers when he had to under extreme pressure as he went back to pass or maybe roll out of the pocket just trying to find somebody. So credit Simpkins for doing a heck of a job. Stat-wise, looking yardage in the game, Iron Mountain with 237 yards, 215 rushing, just 1 of 6 passing for 22. Pucci only tried 2 passes in the second half and did not complete the pass. 14 first downs, just 4 in the second half, 13 by rush and 1 by pass. And leading ball carrier was Watts, and doing all he could today. 26 carries for 152 yards in the ball game, and waiting for Coach Grayval to come up here.
I'm hoping Coach Grayval survived that onslaught of fans.
Wow.
Let alone be able to walk up here. I hope the fans didn't quite maul like
well, he took a beating.
Oh, he really did. You could see him. The glasses were a little askew, and the hat got knocked off a little bit.
He's trying to recover right now.
And you know, this is kind of a fun situation. You know, not that it wouldn't have been fun if Iron Mountain won. I'm not by any means indicating that. But you look where the Norway Knights have been the last few years. They had a few down years, a few years where the victories were a little fewer and far between than usual. To see the program come back up to the point where you can play with the big guys, and the Iron Mountain Mountaineers qualify as one of the big guys.
Definitely.
When you can play with them and beat them, not only on their field but on yours, it's great to see. It's great for the program. I think it's outstanding because, you know, the Knights have had a few years where the victories weren't all that many. And to see the kids come back and do as well as they have, I think it's a very refreshing situation. And, you know, you look at this Mountaineer team, I think you got to take your hats off to them. When you lose as many seniors as you did, to come back with a team that played awful tough football, that played extremely well, that really had a chance to win this ball game here today, it just shows you the quality of the program that they have, and that you can lose good players, but those players that come back the next year carry on the tradition. And I think the same is going to hold true again next year, although obviously you lose the likes of the Wattses and the Kelms of the world, and the Ellises. You've got a kid like a Summers coming back. You know, he's played tough all year. You look at Matt Markworth. He'll be back in the line. He got a little bit of action late in the year. You've got some guys coming back. They're going to be good. Some JV players that put up a good season. So the Mountaineers shall return as well, but the Knights get to carry on, and they earned it.
I think everybody knew that the Knights would be tough coming into the season with the juniors they had from last year and the outstanding athletes. And I don't think no other team around the UP in any class has the athletes that Norway has out there, and the likes of Henryon and LaRue and Kramer, Medina, Simpkins. These guys make plays, and they carried this team through the season with the help of the other Knights. And the Mountaineers, you didn't know what type of team that was going to be out here this year. They probably had, what, 3 starters back from last year, maybe 4. And they had to do a whole rebuilding of their offensive line and losing a lot of big play people out there. And to be in this position and to go against Norway for a second time and to play them like they did today, hopefully will maybe give them confidence for next year. They have an outstanding JV team, a freshman team that I believe went undefeated this year. So they have some people to pick from for next year if they want to bring some up for next year's varsity. Oh, yeah. As the Knights were expected to be in this position, I think it would have been more of an upset and a letdown for this Knights team if they did not win this game. I mean, they're riding high with the players this year, and they're expected to win. And today they were pushed to the limit, and they'll be moving onward next week. It should be a fun game with West Erin County coming to call against the Norway Knights, so it should be a good ball game.
It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be back here on Saturday afternoon, and of course, presumably North Dickens will be home on Friday. Kingsford with their opponent coming from downstate. Could see a Saturday afternoon game as well. We'll just have to see.
Well, at least we know for sure we'll be doing North Dickinson.
We know for sure.
And then the other 2 we'll have to let you know.
If they play simultaneously, hard to say. One make it Norway, one make it. We'll have to see.
You just never know.
We'll figure it out.
We should congratulate Chad Beauchamp for being selected today. Boy, he looked at us and walked away. Brad, he's still shook. Chad Beauchamp selected our player of the game, and he had some big plays the entire game and came up when. Look, he's still walking away. Look, he's stunned.
Boy, he says, I don't want these radio guys are getting in the way.
We're taking the limelight away from Chad.
Brad up here.
Again, he wins himself a Pizza Hut pizza.
Coach. Yeah. They want Coach up here.
For being selected our player of the game.
When Mrs. Schinderly speaks.
That's right. They listen.
People listen.
They don't listen to us. They look at us and walk away.
When she speaks, they respond.
Okay.
Now, see, it took Dwight to get them.
That's what we need. We need the people with the influence.
Boy, I bet he's happy this is over with.
Well, was he a little nervous before the day or what?
Well, I think with the spread he had today, he's going to have to really go above and beyond for next week.
We may have to have it catered as well.
Well, I would think so.
Here he is.
Oh, congratulations, Brad.
Oh, thank you. Come on over, guy.
Oh, man.
Well, what a dull football game. Could you spice it up a little bit more for us?
How's your heart? I don't know if I have one anymore. It's still ticking, though.
Oh, man.
Well, you know, anytime you get 2 teams like this, you know it's going to be exciting. And, I mean, they came out fired up, we came out fired up, and they had a great first half. I credit their coaches for having a good game plan. You know, they came in here and they executed well, and but you know, I gotta give our guys credit. They didn't bend.
No, they
didn't break. They remained calm, and we said at halftime, you know, we got some things that we're gonna go. We're gonna come out. We're gonna take our time, and you'll get them. You just gotta stay on it.
You know, obviously last week we didn't see that game, but watching the first half with Iron Mountain defensively, they came out in a lot of different defensive formations. They showed double coverage. They came out of that and really gave Simpkins a lot of different looks out there, and that really caused a little bit of problem that first half.
We knew they were going to come with pressure, but when you get the athletes we have, one-on-one, I mean, we think that's to our advantage. And so, you know, you got to rely on a guy like a Kramer or Medina or Henry, and, you know, we thought we had him open, and, you know, Mark knows that he's got to get off of that and get down the middle, but, you know, when we get our athletes in the perimeter, good things are going to happen, and we had the plays. We dropped a couple balls, and, you know, I give them credit. They came hard. Their kids played a hard game, and, you know, it was a good, tough football game.
Have you been defended any better in one half than you were in the first half? It seemed like you made a couple of good plays, but, I mean, for the most part, it almost looked like they gave you a few looks, and there was maybe a little confusion at times, or maybe just not recognizing something right away. The second half, what kind of adjustments did you make to try to compensate for that?
One of the things we did was we got good field position.
That helps.
I mean, in the whole first half, we played back in our end. We only had it down in their end, you know, that one time. And, you know, when you're backed up, your play selection gets minimized significantly. But as you can see, when we're coming downhill from the 50-yard line, I mean, there's a different attitude. You know, they smell the end zone, they want it in the end zone, and we done a good job of getting in the end zone.
You know, sometimes your toughest ball games and state games are your first or second round ball games. Yeah. And obviously, I don't think you can get them any tougher than this.
I've said that for a long time in the UP. You know, I don't care if it's us in Iron Mountain or Kingsford and Menominee, or whether it's some of the teams at Lake Linden, Crystal Falls. I mean, UP teams are tough. We're used to the elements, and the kids practice hard. They know if they win and keep winning, they get to go someplace that very few of them have gone before. Those downstate teams, I mean, they're already downstate. You know, we want to get downstate, and we know that next week is going to be another tough UP team. West Iron County, Mike's going to have his team ready, but hey, we're living.
Did you have a chance to talk to Coach Wender after the game?
Well, you know, Tom and I talk sometimes during the off season, and so after the game, you know, our most important thing is how our team is. And I know he wanted to get to his team. I'm sure he told, you know, his guys that they played one heck of a game, and I told our guys the same thing. But you know, we'll talk about it, I'm sure, during the off season.
What about the word you just used a few minutes ago, attitude? Do you see these guys getting that attitude that if we're close, we're going to beat you, not we'll see if we can beat you? Are they getting that attitude that the Mountaineer teams have had and the Flipper teams and such have had, the Nordic teams?
I know one thing. This team, this group of guys has won in everything that they do. Basketball, baseball, track, tennis. That was the first game that a Norway team has won big in a long time, and now you've won back-to-back big games, and I think that says a lot for the way that they go after it. Like you said, attitude is that they feel they are going to win.
Starting the second half, and we felt that you had to come out and make a good stand. Mountaineers on the first play or two. Here's once with the big game down the field. The defense stiffens, gives up 3 points. At that time, did you still feel pretty good about this team, even though you gave up 3 points and kind of had the momentum taken away from you?
We did, because their field position was set up by a good kickoff return. Our kickoff team, you know, we gave them good field position. Fortunately, they came out of it with only a field goal. Had that been a touchdown, I don't know. You know, could have went the other way. So holding them to 3 points, getting 3 of our own in the first half, that was huge.
What about Kramer now? What was his problem out there? Did he get a tight hamstring, or did he get a cramp? Or
well, you know, he's had a little bit of an ankle problem during the course of the week, but Paul's one of those guys. He said, tape it up, tape my foot, tape my whole leg. I don't care. I'm going to play. And he said if he had to drag it down these steps, he was going to play. And I give him and the other guys credit for filling in.
Beauchamp was huge today.
Beauchamp
was huge. Big plays.
Well, that's why we brought him up. You know, I mean, he might be a sophomore on the roster there, but he's played like a junior and a senior all year.
I think there'll be a little party tonight at the Grayville family.
They'll be dancing on the streets.
Hey, more power to them.
Brad, congratulations, and good luck against the Whitecons next week.
All right, thanks a lot.
If we don't get you next week, have a great ball game, and we selected Chad Beauchamp, player of the game, if that's okay with you.
Very good selection.
All right. We feel better.